Wait, hold up. Welcome to my Kruger National Park, South Africa vlog, part 3, the private safari and group safari days. Come along with my husband and I to Kruger National Park in St. Lucia as first-time travelers to South Africa. I'm from the United States, my husband is from France, and we're currently living in Paris. I think it's important to share the tales of woe along with the awe-inspiring sights, so be prepared for the highs and lows and everything in between, because we've had it all on this trip. Buckle up for this video because on these 2 safari days we were completely surrounded by 7 lions, a curious juvenile elephant got a little too excited to see us, and my driving almost got us trampled by an elephant. Talk about adventures. Part 2 of this series is our self-drive safari day within Kruger National Park. If you missed part 1, be sure to go check that out as it is our travel day as well as some really practical on-the-ground tips for first-timers coming to South Africa. So let's dive in. Our private safari day began like any other, getting picked up by a safari vehicle at our Airbnb and driving on a major road. AKA not normal at all. It felt very strange to be doing that, but fun. We entered the park again at the Fabini gate as that was closest to us in hazy view and got started with our safari. Our guide was amazing. His name was Marinus and he asked us right away what we had seen the day before just to get a lay of the land. We told him how thrilled we were to be able to see all the animals that we had the day before and that we would love to see some big cats like leopards or cheetahs, which are also some of the hardest animals to find. Obviously, we would love to see more lions, which we obviously did get to see more lions. And so we looked in the parts of the park where the leopards and cheetahs and lions might hang out and just kind of went with it. First, we saw some baboons, which we had not seen the day before, so that was very exciting. Then we ran into this juvenile elephant, which our guide said was maybe a little bit too excited to see us. One of the things we both appreciated so much about our guide Marinus was that he was extremely knowledgeable about animal behavior, had been a guide for about 12 years at that point. And yes, the elephant is doing what you think he's doing at this point. But he always gave the animals plenty of space and was able to read and understand their signals really early on and respond accordingly. That made us feel a lot safer as we were having an adventurous, exciting day. And also it's just so respectful of the animals, right? We're guests in their space. My heart definitely stopped when he turned around abruptly and just looked me dead in the eyes like I was thrilled and my heart was pumping. And one little thing about me, I did not notice that, shall we say, extremity coming out until watching the videos. I was just so over the moon / running on adrenaline to have made eye contact with an elephant, and also he was a teenager, he couldn't help it.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah. I did not realize that. That's so crazy.
Usually we're like surprised the first time, like, oh, it's so rare. Then you see it so many.
Females will never leave the family group. Never. They will always stay with one another. But the males, when they reach about 15 years of age, they become quite a menace. Then they want to fight everything. They think they're tough. So he's the boss. And then he's going to meet the bachelor groups, the old males. And they're going to join these old males. Then those groups, the old males. Let's see what these elephants do. I wonder if they would come to the road.
Yeah.
I like these little ones. They always flap their ears when they come to the road.
Yeah.
Or they're like the last ones. They always flap their ears. See how the mother lifts her head? She's like, come, 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 come.
Pushing.
Morgan, everybody's coming now.
The mother's
Oh my goodness. Wow. It's out here. Then we were back on the road after a quick stop and we saw our very first wild African dog.
Well, I want to go that one.
A herd of Cape buffalo again and our first red warthogs. I don't know if they're just rolling in the dirt, but they were red. And then our very first group of baboons. Oh yeah, that one has a baby
So you
hanging
see how
on.
the bum is all swollen up?
Yeah.
That is actually to impress the males.
Wow.
It's to let them know that they are ready to mate.
Wow.
Is that one of the baby?
Yeah.
The mother
Gosh.
Just having a nice tea.
Yeah.
There's two mothers coming for you.
Oh yeah. Wow. Oh. So little.
Oh, wait there. Years old. Running.
Yeah.
That male is going to beat him now. They will actually, even some dominant males will actually kill younger males.
At this point, we had no idea what we were in for. Our guide had gotten an alert that there was a lioness on a bridge. Little did we know what was in store.
Keep us updated.
She's looking.
Lala und den Lehrer. Lust zu den Lehrer.
How do I even describe what this felt like, other than it just felt so sacred and so heightened and special in the moment. I had seen videos before going on this trip of lions climbing on top of safari vehicles, really extreme stuff like that, and thought, oh my gosh, I would feel terrified. And in the moment, it just felt heightened and sacred. And look at the lion just holding his mouth open like that. With the male lion, it felt like he had like this chilling gaze that it didn't feel scary, but it did feel powerful. With the lionesses, they reminded us too much of our domestic cats in some way, even though I know they are certainly not. But all of it just felt like I was keenly aware of my movements, of my voice, of everything to stay safe and be just smart and not ruin the moment, obviously, but just so in the moment. Like I just felt so present and grounded and just in absolute awe. My husband and I were absolutely losing our minds that for some reason the lions all came up to us, like right to our vehicle, that we were so blessed to have that experience, and that they literally circled our vehicle when our driver had tried to park close to the one side to give them space, and instead they walked literally right there, right under us, basically. It was just absolutely surreal. One of the most incredible experiences of my entire life that I feel so abundantly grateful for and just still can hardly believe happened. To have made eye contact, to have held the gaze of lions and all the creatures we saw is just absolutely beyond my comprehension. To see the look in their eye and how at peace and just happy they seem to be living in the wild and free, to be that close and trust that you're going to be okay and that you are just communing with them so intimately. It's just wild, absolutely wild. Look at these precious babies. They were definitely interested in something going on underneath the bridge. We still aren't sure what it was, but there's some kind of animals. Look at their stalking posture. They were just so intent on whatever it was they were looking at, and we looked at the timestamps on all of our videos, and we had like a solid 15 minutes with them from the first lioness laying on the bridge until the end. That is a long time. I can't believe we got that, and we just got to observe their subtle movements up close like this for that long. And yes, I did think about our safety being on the bridge, and we joked about that with our guide afterwards too, that we were fully aware that we were on a bridge. Obviously, there was lots of other vehicles, both directions, all in gridlock, trying to watch these lions up close. So if something had gone awry, we were stuck on a bridge. Like, there was no getting out of that for us. So it was pretty wild to be just kind of trapped there and just also feel so at peace. We obviously had to take a lion selfie. In utter disbelief and unsure of how to just go on with life, we continued on.
Yeah, so you see that building rebuilding a bridge because the whole bridge got destroyed from the flood.
We came upon a den of African wild dogs and pups. all that excitement, a fresh, just clean salad and a stony ginger beer, the South African drink of choice, sounded perfect. I don't know if you've seen the show Reluctant Traveler with Eugene Levy, but I absolutely love that show, and he actually did an episode on this really luxurious hotel on this railroad track here. So I was really surprised and excited to see it in person at the Skukuza rest camp. So that's definitely goals, to stay there one day, man. It was so cool to be able to see elephants in a watering hole playing with the water. And then there was a bunch of hippos in this body of water, as well as look at the baby. There were a couple baby hippos near there, and we got to watch them go into the water too, which was really fun. And before we knew it, that was a wrap on our time with our guide Marinus. We had such a great time and are so grateful that we got him as our guide. He was so incredibly knowledgeable and also just had a deep love of animals that was evident in everything that we did. And we also just had a lot of fun with him and a lot of laughs. So we really hope to be able to have a safari with him again one day. But after we got dropped off at our Airbnb, we got our car and headed back into the park and once again found ourselves at Skukuza Rest Camp for some ice cream. So on this day, we actually had to drive from the Fabini Gate, where we had originally entered, all the way to the Sabie Rest Camp, which is about a 5-hour drive, as we were staying inside the park this night, inside a hut there, and they have very strict regulations that you have to be either outside of the park or at your rest camp at nightfall. And for us, that was 6 p.m. during September, and there's no one driving around inside the park during the nighttime there unless you're on like a official safari. So we had to get there, and we didn't know what kind of animals we might encounter along the way, what kind of animals might be blocking the road and cause a little bit of a traffic jam. We also just wanted to see a leopard. So here's where we ran into actual trouble, and I was driving. What to do when an elephant is in the road and you need to get to your rest camp in time.
Back there now.
Yeah, but we were trying to sneak past him while he was having his snack like the other car did, and then I was going too far away from him and I scratched the car with some leaves and alerted him to our presence, and that wasn't good. And then he looked at us and we were just stuck there way too close to him for comfort as he had his little chewing gum snack.
I said to floor it.
And then Mitun was like, I think now you can slowly creep up, after he had kind of moved his stick away from into the side of the road. And we made it past him. So I guess my word to the wise would be, next time just wait for the elephant to pass, wait for them to finish their snack. Even though I was thinking about trying to get to the camp in time, it probably was not worth it. But then look, we saw this African wild dog, and he was just walking right down the middle of Main Street, and we actually saw him a couple of times. Being in the park this late with a lot fewer people around, it just felt so special, and I didn't want the night to end. It was just so relaxing. The air just felt so great at the end of the day like that it was a little cooler but still warm. And I knew the animals were going to be coming out at dusk like this. Ugh, I wish that we could have stayed in the park longer. There's our little wild dog buddy again. He's scampering.
Oh no. Back on the road.
Like, right this way, I'll show you to your suite. Looks like he's galloping. Sir, why do you like to gallop in the middle of the road? 5:49 p.m. baby. When we needed to be there by 6, we made it and checked into our room. We decided to get some dinner first before going into our room to catch the remaining rays of daylight, because the place to eat there actually has this beautiful view. So we had a really good meal there and then saw some stars. So we got to our accommodations for the evening. So this is a 4 single bed hut within Lower Sabie camp. We had booked it maybe 4 months out. I would definitely recommend booking more than that because it was one of the only ones left. It does have AC and it does not have a private bathroom. However, we were really lucky. We were right next to the shared bathrooms. And so here's kind of a breakdown of the cost and what exactly it was that we had reserved. It was 954 Rand, which is about 48 euros currently. And yeah, that's how you do it. And that's what all the confirmations look like through the park. There are conservation fees to pay that are different based on your nationality. Okay, this is editing Lauren coming at you because I was not able to film this on the trip, but the next morning we had booked a group safari through the Kruger National Park website, a sunrise safari. We are so pumped to get into the park literally before guests are allowed in the park, like for the self-drive safari. So really bright and early, you can see some amazing animals. It had said that we were supposed to be there at 5:15 a.m. So we show up like a couple minutes before that and to the parking lot where we thought we were supposed to meet everyone. To this day, I don't know where we were supposed to be or where we were wrong, but we were wrong in some way. So we show up to the parking lot. There are people there milling about wanting to go on the group safari that is a walking tour. That was not us. And then the safari vehicle came to come get the walking tour people and take them to wherever they were going to be taking off from. And we asked, did we miss the group like driving safari, sunrise safari? And the guides there were like, yeah, you did. And so they actually asked the people who were waiting for the walking safari to just wait there, just hold tight. And they used that vehicle that the other people were supposed to use, and they just whisked us away at the highest speeds on these roads into the park in the dark. And our vehicle was going so fast. And when you're in an open vehicle like that, I don't know how fast we were going, but it felt like infinitely faster with just like the wind coming at you and the adrenaline in the dark. And within like 10 seconds of driving, I kid you not, we came upon a male and a female lion sitting on the edge of the road, just like looking at us as we were just whizzing by at the highest of speeds. And it was just exhilarating and insane, and we were just so grateful for these guides to help us get to our actual safari. We felt so bad, we don't know what we did wrong, and then we just like hopped onto our actual safari vehicle, and I think everyone was confused and we were those guys. I don't know how, we didn't mean to be those guys, but we were. So definitely make sure you do confirm and triple confirm where you're supposed to meet, when you're supposed to meet if you're doing a sunrise safari within the parks. Also, our guide was going so fast trying to get us there and like meet up with our group in time. He hit a small animal. It was like a bunny or something. Like we literally felt the thud, and I was just like this, and we were just going so fast. It was just shocking and insane and memorable, all of it. Then we joined up with our actual safari.
Baby as well.
Then we came upon 2 lionesses and just got to have an extended, slow morning interaction with them, making lots of eye contact. Beautiful. I just don't think I could ever get over making eye contact with a lion. As mesmerizing as they were, it is also not lost on me how funny it is that they chose to lay down right next to that not very aesthetic piece of the savannah. But hey, that's just part of life. They don't care. And then we saw our very first ostrich. But then our guide got very exciting news that some cheetah brothers had been spotted nearby. We literally turned the vehicle around and just took off to try to find them. And we did! Cheetahs are some of the rarest species in Kruger National Park next to the rhinos, so we were just absolutely thrilled to see them from this distance. But guess what? They came even closer. I don't know if they were curious or what. Is a little window into the chaotic vibe that can come with some animal sightings. This kneeling elephant was super different. I had never seen an elephant do that before. And this was the conclusion of our group safari, and we went back to the Lower Sabie Rest Camp and picked up our car for our last hour or so of driving around, just looking for whatever animals we could see before it was time to head on to St. Lucia. Then we came upon our surprisingly only kill that we saw on this trip, some alligators eating a Cape buffalo. It was an overcast morning, as you can see, but we were just taking in all the landscapes and honestly really sad to leave. We were putting it off basically as long as we could while trying to be realistic about how long it might take us to get to St. Lucia, and we probably should have left earlier given the day of driving we had, but no regrets. We were just absolutely in love with Kruger National Park. Then we returned to the Lower Sabie Rest Camp restaurant to have one last brunch, and we saw a hippo out there while we were enjoying our brunch. Did not want to leave. I cannot emphasize enough. They list out the animals they see on the group safaris on the board, and we were like, that's us, we were there. Also, the coffee that we had within the park was delicious. I was so shocked, as was the food. Take me back. I want this right now. Look at this smashed piece. Like, so good. Like, to me, this is luxury to have this quality of food and be able to see animals, and you're within a national park. Like, and it was not any more expensive than a restaurant outside of the park. Like, it was not hiked up at all. This is not like a luxury budget for our trip that we went on at all. And we got to have such extraordinary experiences. So we were super surprised and super grateful for that. I couldn't get over this design of the whole restaurant area, and saw some last elephants before we headed back on the road. Just like you. On our way out of the park, we spotted a lone rhino, and it was a lot closer than we had seen before, so that was exciting. Way to close out Kruger. And that was our goodbye to Kruger. It felt like truly a life-changing few days in Kruger, that we both just fell in love with this place, the animals, the people, more than we even thought possible, and we'll definitely be back. So stay tuned for part 4, the final installment of the South Africa trip series, in which we travel to St. Lucia and see the ocean, some hippos. So thank you so much as always for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos. It means more to me than you know as a newer creator, a smaller creator, and just please remember that you are valued and you deserve great things.